Hello, Alex Jordan with your Canfield Weekly Update. We would like to highlight a few events going on in the district, not only this week but in the future. First, our chili cook-off is this Friday at our CHS High School cafeteria. I want to recommend you folks to come on out, have a nice meal for $5. We have some great entries, and we'll see how solid we have cooks-wise throughout the community. Again, that is Friday evening. We are having a boys basketball game home that night against Lakeside, so you're welcome to come out and represent and recognize the efforts of our young men there as well, along with our cheerleading squad. So our young ladies, we don't want to forget them. AAC meeting this week. We talked about many different things. Just want to let you folks know there's been questions in the past about who actually schedules officials. That was an interesting topic this week. The league actually has assigners for officials, let's say for soccer specifically, softball, baseball, basketball. So these are trained officials, ex-officials, and possibly current officials that go out and solicit participants who can officiate ball games. So if we're playing in Niles, the Niles City Schools does not recognize or actually solicit those officials to participate in those events. The league itself has officials to assign. So we hired our assigners for the year next year, and we set a rate for those officials' fees. Just like everything else, costs go up, and we were wanting to make sure that we retain those officials in our league, so we did increase their pay a little bit. If you're interested in officiating, I attend many ball games, and we have a lot of officials in the stands. So if you're interested in getting paid to officiate, you can actually do that. And just contact the office here, central office or athletic department, and they'll help facilitate that for you. We want to talk about Calamity Days a little bit. We've had some emails in the district questioning about the process, and we went through specifically in detail, actually, as the event was happening, if you recall a few weeks ago, at CHS. We were actually live on the air, WKBN, and we were able to show exactly how that process takes place and what comes into effect. We want to make sure that we get across to all of our parents and our community. We value education in this school system. That is our business. That's our job. That's the task at hand. And every minute that we lose of instruction is very valuable that we don't get back. So we want to make sure that everybody understands that we take this job very serious and Calamity Days very serious. I understand, and I have a lot of friends that are weather reporters. No one's 100%. So we wait until the last minute. What has been a problem these days is coordinating and understanding each of the departments that have to get out on the roads. We're very fortunate here in Canfield. Our city crews are outstanding. Our district personnel, wonderful parking lots. All we have to do is ask them to get out at 4 in the morning. But we have to rely on not only city and township who do outstanding jobs for us, but we have to rely on county. We have to rely on state. And very seldom do state and county personnel like to pay overtime. So it's a last minute move on their part. I'm a father myself. My daughter drives those same roads. We value the safety of our kids. But the one thing that I always tell my daughter, if it's too tough to drive, that yellow taxi is going to come by the home. And that is what we think about when we cancel school or keep it on, is if the safety of those buses on the roads. So you have to understand, folks, this is a difficult call. I like to hear it a lot of times, ABC. What's nice about that, and what our parents should appreciate, that we collaborate with other districts, that we value those relationships, that we trust one another. Boardman Township road crews hit Canfield residents, Canfield school residents. We have to communicate over there. We have to know when they're going to get out. Austintown road crews hit Canfield roads. Canfield road crews hit those districts. So that's why we communicate. And what's nice about that piece, I know those guys personally, and they value education as well. So our boards, our administration, we do everything we can to make that call appropriately. Now, I have to remind you folks, we talked about this before, and I know we're a little lengthy here, but we get on the website first information. We then make sure that we communicate with local media. Great relationships there. We don't make calls home until at least 6 o'clock. We wait. So, if you would like to know first, and I know a lot of you love to get information first, look on our website. You'll get it firsthand, and then you can share that with all of your friends. And if you don't want a phone call waking up your youngster at 6 o'clock in the morning, what's nice about technology today, you can turn off the ringer. So when you're doing things this way and when you're questioning what's going on, hopefully that helps in what the process is. Our board meeting last night was canceled. It was canceled because we again value people coming to board meetings, and we want to make sure that it's available for folks. So if we cancel school, we definitely question that. So we canceled the board meeting, and we'll reschedule it, and we'll notify people when that new date is. We're going to go to the high school administration at this time because they'd love to be able to share some valuable information to you. Take it away, guys.
Hello, this is Mike Moldovan, principal at Canfield High School. We have some exciting news. This February 22nd, which is a Thursday, we're going to have our annual 8th grade orientation, where we invite 8th graders, along with their parents, to come into our building to look at displays in our cafeteria by all of our extracurricular groups and co-curricular groups, and then have a presentation in the auditorium giving parents and students some information about scheduling for next year and also other aspects of the high school that we feel are pertinent. It's a very exciting night. We're very, very happy to have everybody there. We have sent out emails. We will have an all-call, but just want to remind everybody, please make plans to attend our 8th grade orientation on Thursday, February 22nd. Thank you, and as always, go Cards.
Hi everyone. So something new here in the Canfield local schools, and all the schools in Ohio for that matter, last year was the statewide administration of the ACT test. So this is kind of a rare situation for us as school administrators. It's probably one of the first mandates to come out of the state that was actually funded by the state in probably the last 10 or so years. So basically what it looks like is the state requires all juniors to take the ACT. They give us a set of test windows, usually in midwinter. For us, that looks like February and March most years. And this year for us, our test will be on February 27th. And all of our juniors will take the ACT. It's a great opportunity for our students to take that test without it costing our families anything, and for them to get that first score if they haven't taken it already. As you all probably know, very, very important test for students as they start to think about colleges and getting scholarships is that ACT. So we don't mind giving that test here, and our students don't mind taking it here either. And that'll be taking place again, like I said, February 27th. And if any families have any questions about that assessment, feel free to reach out to myself, Dave Mullane here at the high school, or Mike Moldovan. Thank you.
We hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend as well. Never forget, it's a great time to be a Cardinal.